In today's fast paced capital economy, there lies the most extreme competition not only among businesses, products, and services, but also among jobs. For some people, jobs may simply be a means to a sustainable livelihood, but to others, it is a means of living his or her dreams. Whether the dream job is that of a lawyer, a doctor, an actor, a musician, or even the President of the United States, each different pursuit takes the same systematic approach and mentality despite the difference in toolsets that must be utilized. For example, every actors and models must have headshots, and artists and musicians need portfolios that explain their purpose, credentials, and competencies just like any normal job seekers. Furthermore, job seekers must have relevant networks, good individual marketability, continuous education and training, and soft skills. However, for the purpose of this speech, I will be focusing on dream jobs within the corporate world and other organizations. Now, to diagnose this topic of landing a dream job, we must first understand what it takes to be a dreamer and how this may affect one's ability or inability to realistically pursue their dreams. To be a dreamer requires someone of tremendous passion and relentless drive that is willing to do whatever it takes, even if it means to sacrifice other passions along the way. Furthermore, what people tend to forget from the equation is what they are not doing. To simply put, they are not doing enough. For instance, in the article 5 Mistakes College Job Seekers Make, journalist Susan Adams explains why postgraduate students cannot acquire a job. As a matter of fact, the survey used in her article states that 44% of students only apply to between 1 and 5 jobs at a time. Therefore, the first mistake that we are making is that we are not applying to enough jobs. The job market is harsh and unsympathetic, and based on my personal experience, I have come to realize that for every time I put myself out in the job market, I receive approximately 1 to 2 calls back for every 10 applications. Now, I have applied to probably over 100 positions throughout my college career alone and have generally received more interviews than your average student, but at the same time, I have proportionally have applied for more positions as well. Secondly, what people are doing wrong is, as Adams would say, spending too much time on Facebook and YouTube when they should be using LinkedIn. In other words, there should be more relevant and professional usage of your networking instead of procrastinating and building relationships with people who have no significance to what you are trying to accomplish. Lastly, the mentality of a dreamer again takes a relentless drive to never give up. Unfortunately, many of us do. Instead of feeling afraid or of failing or feeling defeated when failing, we must learn to not take no for an answer. For example, when you get no calls back from any of your applications, it does not mean you stop following your dreams, but to work harder. For instance, one should begin to email the hiring manager of the company or find other ways of contact. Also, our mentality must be to never give up and do everything in your control to find success. Next, after understanding and coming to terms with our faults, we must take the next step into solidifying our basic essentials. The most essential tool for any candidate is their resume. A resume is like a thesis statement where it must be clear and to the point while capturing one's attention. Tony Bashara, the author of Unbeatable Resumes, would describe it as its purpose being the means of getting you a face-to-face audience with an interviewing or hiring authority. It is a sales tool. To increase your chances of closing a deal, one must better understand the formatting and styles that have the highest probability of success. As described by this book, the key features of most effective resumes are keeping it simple, its readability and aesthetics, the candidate's career summaries and how it will positively affect the company's objectives, having keywords and phrases that are relevant to the job, using reverse chronological ordering of your experiences and including descriptions of those experiences, while also incorporating personal information. Again, like the thesis statement, everything in the resume must match that of the company's goals, but also have each point of your resume match the overall purpose. Although your resume is your main source of how you may or may not be a match to the job, every businessman understands that the first most crucial step to business is being able to market yourself as an individual. Presentation and connections are everything. Back to the point of LinkedIn, this tool is a great way to market yourself online to recruiters and potential connections. In the article, How to Land Your Dream Job, journalist E. Fry states that more than 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn to find talented candidates even when looking to fill top management jobs. Also, opportunities become available even when you are not actively looking in the job market. From my past experience, I can also testify that LinkedIn is a recruiter's best friend. Lastly, in relevance to the dreamer's mentality of never giving up, continuous improvement must also be a daily requirement. Developing mastery in your chosen profession is not only a vital part of landing your dream job, it is also crucial to its sustainability. It is even estimated that Warren Buffett, one of the best investors in the world, spends 80% of his working day reading and thinking, or in other words, acquiring more knowledge and continuously developing his skills to invest. Thus, after managing your basic factors, you must find ways to make yourself stand out. For instance, a survey by the Workforce Solutions Group at St. Louis Community College found that more than 60% of employers say applicants lack communication, interpersonal, and general soft skills, and the number is growing every year. However, everyone wants to work with someone that is enjoyable, fun, and easy to be around. Personality is what makes people different. This comes from diverse backgrounds and what makes you, well, you. For instance, punctuality, time management, organizational, teamwork, and prioritization are all skills that make you a good worker, not necessarily unique. So what are some things that make you unique? It's your hobbies and personal experiences that shapes you as an individual. For example, someone who may complete the Ironman challenge that consists of a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike, and 26.2-mile run all in one go says a lot about a person's perseverance, dedication, and character. An example of why this also may be relevant is because sales teams love competitive athletes, and athletes also make for a great leader. Lastly, according to a Harris Interactive survey of more than 1,000 hiring managers, more than 80% of employers want new graduates they hire to have completed a formal internship. This is extremely vital that we receive relevant experience. Pursuing your dream job is a job in itself, so we must be persistent and continue to grow as individuals with a dreamer's mentality and continue to master our skills.